Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the greatest show on earth. You found what to play next. I am your host, Anjindra. You might also know me by my screen name, Aliera of Wayrest, the Runaway Queen, the Thief, the Arms Dealer, the Uniter of Tamriel. That's right. Way back in this era, I believe it was. Oh God, I gotta check the books. Anyways, way back, right around here-ish. Prior to Uriel Septim the Seventh's, I don't know how they got all those other Uriels in there, but Uriel Septim the Seventh's Plague of Troubles that are most of the Elder Scrolls, you know, aside from the spin-offs like Redguards. I ran off with Morlin and United Tamriel. Just this thing that I did. According to Bethesda anyways, Mara wrote my story. The 9 are all of the original beta testers. Akatosh was my father, so I critiqued design. They liked my handle, that sort of thing. They put me in the games to die until I died playing. Arena was actually the first game, and that is playing in. This is Tamriel was Elvish for Dawn's Beauty. And the people of this war-torn world that we're playing in the second era, they couldn't call it that anymore. They were just so broken by the strife. So they called it the Arena. And they, you know, when Uriel's reign was threatened by Jaegertharn, and I eventually tracked down, I was like, I know this name. Jaegertharn, the descendants apparently of Euraxia and Abner, he challenges the king. He calls the guards on grounds. So it's this whole thing. Like, it's a cool setup. I mean, not cool, but like smart. He brings up the castle guard, on grounds of treason. So he frames him up a good one. He then chucks the Emperor into an alternate plane and takes on his guise and then replaces the Imperial Guards. So I called it very Game of Thrones at the beginning. It's more of the opposite. It's more of a play on that. But as previously mentioned, so we're in second era. We're in my world now. We're playing out of Elsewhere, if you're not familiar with the series. We are currently playing a Khajiit, which is not the best thing to be under Abner and Euraxia, although technically the Emperor technically is not Abner Tharn. He just runs around here and there with his sometimes apprentice doing stuff. So we've agreed to put together a tapestry. We're side questing it up. I mean, Witcher jokes, if you're only familiar with the fantasy worlds from Netflix and whatnot, and we do hope, you know, that more and more of them do get picked up for that, because they do have these incredibly intricate mythos, lores, books upon books of lore, stories, you know, these rich tapestries. That's what I'm thinking of. We'll go Loom on this. We'll go really old LucasArts. There's incredibly rich tapestries into which people's threads are woven to make an entirely an epic, a grand tale, which is awesome for things like Netflix, which does tend to pick up, you know, whole seasons rather than doing the pilot or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, they don't do that whole test thing that the networks do, and I get why they do that. One of the reasons that Bethesda launched actually was, why do I feel bad?
You come to kill me.
I actually was not originally intending to do so, but if we're gonna go that route, I just got capped, like just dropped. Oh my God, here's me not paying attention. I was friends with one of the network exec's daughters, the CEO of CBS at the time, and I mentioned the game. My big thing was, we were under Roberta Williams. I don't know if you're familiar with the name. We loved her adventure games. So it was stealth feminism. It was really just the coolest thing. But we really kind of, our friendship was based very largely off of that, and we hung out in those forums and so on. So when I let her know when I would talk about the game, I definitely let her know, the chicks beta testing who are the 9 in the 9. Those were the girl beta testers. Scorpia was a writer for PC Gaming Magazine. She was their sysop, and she was just this hellacious journalist. She viciously brutal was the word, not vicious. Brutal in her criticisms, just really honest about it. I later went on to get my license to practice science and communications, public relations, but with focused journalism. You can get an actual in journalism. Mine's in public relations with a focus in journalism because I did both. Public relations 1, it's just more practical, but I am, licensed to be a reporter if I ever choose to do so. What are you up to, bro?
Have you met the new investigator?
Oh, you bash. You don't eat your right boot. I come here every day, see if you'll eat your boot already. No, none of that. We did agree to put together a mosaic that tells the story of the uniting of the 16 kingdoms. So that's what we're in the middle of, and it's kind of our jam. So we're tracking down a trickster.
Ah, you've returned. Let us speak.
I wasn't going to talk to you, but okay.
Greetings. Were you able to find the missing mural pieces?
So they have this trickster god, and a lot of their mythology is based off of that, which is, very... What was it? Vishnu is the one who organized out of chaos. So,
if you want
kind of the opposite direction from
you
that.
could at least try a bit harder than that. Really, what would Rajin's shadow want with the Rithana de Renada? It might have historical significance, but it's certainly not a prize worthy of the trickster god. Sure. Just let me know if you meet John and Jod next, yes? We could use some brighter moons. Why don't you just place the mural piece back in its frame? Iraya should return shortly. You can speak to her about the other missing pieces.
So we meet up with this guy, and he's going to leave us this trail, this puzzle, which works extraordinarily well in the framework of an epic. You'll see this sort of culture.
Our neighbors saw nothing, of course.
I wish Bethesda did more where that showed up.
Found one of the
but
pieces.
They do this instead, which is awesome. And you cannot beat their online world as far as... if you play a different one that glitches, then you know what I'm talking about. So I understand why it's not there, but I wish they did.
I see you've collected a missing piece. Slick work. Now, if we only had clues for the other 15 pieces, makes finding them particularly difficult for us, no?
I have a book of riddles that I can't find in my inventory. Want to help?
Rajin's shadow? I'll be honest, that's a lot to take in. But after all you've done for us, how can I not offer you the benefit of the doubt? Feel free to place any mural pieces that you find, and here, something for your troubles.
I get a girdle. You call me fat? Beta testers look for inconsistency, and having beta tested for them, and specifically looked for inconsistencies in their games, you will hear things come out of my mouth that might sound more critical than they are. They're just running disagreements that are 25 years old, that's all. 26. So that's it. I very much understand that you cannot save that sort of thing in an online world. The servers would collapse.
Never would I have thought that would be the case.
That's the way to do it. But.
Good luck finding the rest of the pieces. My brother and I will pray for your swift success. Of course. What would you like to know?
How can I find mural pieces?
Rajin has given you a book of riddles, yes?
No, you gave me the book.
Should reveal
because I should have had it.
Piece of the mural can
I had to close
found.
the quest to get the object.
Hopefully they're not too out of the way, though.
Would it cause the whole program rewrite? I get it. Man hours, man. It's a real thing.
Feel free to bring them back here and place them in the mural's frame. This should also help you keep track of how many pieces you still need to collect.
The literal end of the world.
There are a total of 16 pieces that must be placed.
Tell me more about Regine's shadow. I mean, the mural, I get it. If I can't pop a puzzle in there, am I really an adventure gamer?
Rajin is a trickster god, revered by Khajiit thieves. He possesses 7 shadows to do his bidding in the mortal realm. Unfortunately, it seems that one of these shadows has taken interest in you.
7? That's extraordinarily Spanish of him. He's got simpatico running around.
Well, Rajin is known to punish the cruel and reward the cunning. Perhaps he wished to test you for some reason, to see if you're worthy of something.
Except cash.
What something is, I have no idea.
Merch purchases. He's gonna buy some of my merch. We partner with Gamergrind. Hit show more in the description below. If you are... Oh cool, I can level up. If the struggle is real, then we absolutely love you just for watching, for being along for the ride, you know. Thank you so much. We cannot thank you enough for that. We love our culture. We love that it's play-based. We love how it's grown so quickly that it is an actual subculture. So cool for us, for introverts everywhere. We, you know, way at the beginning, nerds were actually, you know, we did face threats and stuff like that. So the fact that it went mainstream, and it's one of those, I don't want to say accepting, because we do have our walls, but, you know, really just a cool thing to be a part of. Very rich, very detailed, you know, not shallow. That means the world to us. If you are one of those people, you know, like the wine party people, where you could have the party and you buy the bottle of wine or whatever, click on the link. You can use my handle, Aliera, A-L-I-E-R-A, Bethesda did. They pronounce it Aliera, which is the traditional spelling. It's not pronounced Aliera. Just insider knowledge there, just so that you know. But if you do want to do that, you know, if you've never had a real actual cup of coffee, then you will be amazed. It's totally different than getting creamer, like good creamer. Although obviously if you've had good creamer, you now know what I'm talking about. Way healthier for you. A lot of creamer is made with palm oil, which will make you break out and all sorts of stuff. So you can switch to milk and sugar if you want to, and go for it, or you can do both. I do both. I cut my creamer with almond milk, or I have flavored almond milk if I can get it. So there's that. So yeah, you know, do that. There are co-ops. They're a great thing to support. We're hoping they're the next Jolt Call. We loved what that brand brought to gaming culture. They really were an excellent supporter for us. And we hope to kind of hit up on that again, because the co-op part lets your family support your teams. They'll let you put your logos on merch for the cheapest price that I've ever seen. And then your family can buy that and you get a percentage of that. So if you're getting into competitive gaming, esports of any kind, or if you just go to cons and that's how you do that, you can have your own logo. You know, whether it's not one that you hand drew, if it's your character in your, you know, weekly get together, you can do that. So that's really cool, and it kind of brings you a little bit closer. So since we are experiencing this virtual sort of closeness, you know, that's our little cares button down there. So go ahead and log in and support us, and get something for it. Do that. Or you can hit the subscribe button. Where is that? It's right there. It's free. So hit subscribe. That one's free. You can support your gaming community online. Streamers are definitely putting out what we can. We have a free downloads section. Well, it's a popular uploads list. So it's everything that's awesome in gaming, but obviously free. It's one of those things. So free downloads, showcasing them as much as we can during this, so that, you know, if for any reason you're stuck without work or anything like that, you can download them from GOG. They do a lot of retro. We have remasters you can download directly onto your computer. Am I going to get attacked by goats? We have, and then Steam, obviously Steam does freebies, so we have those. All linked and labeled. We did go find, we know that some people do watch our stuff from their phone. So we have mobile apps that are awesome, like a free chapter of Assassin's Creed. They did in a Funko Pop style, which was really cool. Hogwarts Mystery was actually a really good RPG. So that sort of thing, or a couple of remasters that got remastered for apps, like Lemmings, are on there. So that's also great. Oh, this is gonna go poorly. You have a red bar above your head, friend. Let's check out the book. Let's do that. Let's read the book first. Is this better than what I have? Oh, that's better than what I have by a mile. So let's do that. We're gonna equip up. What else do we have that's buffs? We'll buff up. I hate that. Wow, I had a lot of stuff I should have sold back there. Cleaning house is a good time. I'm already on my way to becoming a blacksmith. Lifelong dream here. Gold Coast Swift Survivor. Restore Restore stamina. Poisoned weapon. Drain stamina. We'll do this one. You have a poisoned... Okay, so we're doing that. Alright, apparently I can only use one sword oil. We'll call it what it is, friend. I can only use one of these, looks like. Might as well buff up our experience. And what's this? Down in a grave where Dremora crawled, 2 left, 2 right, 3 bases above Rumen's legacy awaits. So this will be one at a time then. Okay, so the first one is down in a grave where Dremora crawled. Probably what we're doing. We'll check that out and we'll go back to it. One riddle at a time. One of my best friends and I used to do... You gonna attack me? The Little Zen Companion. We would take what's called a koan. It's a meditation phrase. And talk about it. My other best friend and I tried to do that. And I drew water too pure has no fish. And she agreed to never put fish in filtered water. Mathematician, obviously, so that did not happen. But, you know, what on earth? I hate June Rippers. I hate how they bounce around. Oh, this guy is OP. Well, not for me, but we got a tail whip in there. Interesting creatures. Bethesda definitely upped its game with the fighting style. You can... Where are you from? You can dodge in the Soul Calibur style. You can power up a hit. Gosh, there's a couple things going on. Obviously, you can dodge by moving around, but a double. We're not doing this. No, friend, we're not. I just fought one of you. I gave. That's my tequila joke. Let's see here. Oh, this is gonna go poorly. Yep. No. We're finding someone. No. Oh, Joan and Joe, let's go. Go. Moving it. Getting her done. We're collecting pieces of tapestry here. Bye, friend. Bye. See you later. Oh, you're Axian Archer. How could I be so blessed? We were supposed to warn an Adeptorium. Red Dead Redemption has nothing on ESO's glitches. Awesome. Can we do this? Left with me, friend. I mean, you might as well. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I decided to show off my talented... I can do anything in the saddle that I can do out of it. I do actually horseback ride okay. My horses want to ride for me. It's weird. If you know, you know. Alright, so we have Tesnassi. Hi. What are we doing here? You're gonna run away and then what? Then what? What I thought.
Tasnazi does not know you.
That's because we haven't met.
She knows everyone in the Stitches. Those who aren't in Kazda's pocket, she can count on one paw. This one has a job for someone who'd rather pick it. An unknown face like yours is just what she needs.
My face is actually fairly well known, but what's the job?
Kazda, the dung eater that runs the Stitches, has a hoard of gold beneath Merville Keep. Tasnazi plans to make it hers. Ours.
Now I'm listening more.
If you're interested, we need to move soon. The Stitches gets worse by the day. Kazda may leave, and his coin with him. To take from Kazda is no crime. His predecessor, Dashing the Salzo, amassed the coin. Kazda only wallows in it, like a pig in its filth. A cruel, stupid pig. Now he lets the Stitches
feeling the love.
This is his just punishment.
Yeah, I think that might be my
also need Tasnazi's old
Roll's the dungeon crawl.
Vol, Serene, and Nazdar. Vol just did a job for Jubani. He'll be at her junk shop. Serene's likely at the Goiter's Gulp, and Nazdar caterwauling somewhere. We'll meet in the bowl at the bottom of the scar.
I don't want to meet in bowels.
Who do you want to know about?
Bowl? Already loving it.
Mechanist this side of Nibbin Bay. Not a common trait for a wood elf, this one knows, but it is true. Kazda's stronghold uses strange mechanisms to keep uninvited visitors out. Voles are passed through them.
We got a lockpicker. Got it. I'm Volk, ironically the wolf. There is no word for the in Russian, but that's my screen name in most RPGs. Obviously when I'm in Tamriel, I'm me. Although I'm a Khajiit in this, so who knows? Maybe I should have used that. But voles are a wolf's main resource. Haha.
Maybe not the most distinguished mage in elsewhere, but the best Taznazi is
called
likely
food.
to get in the stitches. She spends more time with her head in a bottle than a book, but once she's dried out, she'll be invaluable for reaching the vaults unnoticed.
I feel like I'm at the end of, what was the first Blood of Elves? No, the second book. Oh god, I'm never gonna remember the name for that. I'm bad with names to begin with.
The old adept was something back in his day.
But this reminds me of
Taznazi
the
heard he could
little
break a
group of rats
boulder
she
with
got
his
together
little
with.
claw. He doesn't fight much anymore, but he still has some moves. This one has seen them personally. He flows like water and is as silent as wind.
Water dancer, got it.
Keep it quick. There's a lot to be done before we relieve Kazda of his riches. The lowest. Kazda clawed his way to the top of the stitches with treachery and fear.
Treachery and
The
fear.
stitches hasn't known law, but under dashing the Salzo, it knew relative peace, common purpose. Now it falls into anarchy. Kazda won't stop it, he creates it. The leader of the stitches, before Kazda, he's dead and gone. All you need to know is, what was his is now Kazda's, soon to be ours.
They just inherits and tanks the place.
A den
Sounds
of
par for the
outlaws
course.
in the shape of a town. There's not much to tell. What do you want to know?
Goiter's Gulp. This is
The facade
glorious.
of a legitimate business for Jubani the fence. Her gang loots and scavenges
Okay,
items
so we
all
found a
over the
fence.
scar.
I don't
She has
steal,
a bandana's
but
knack for selling junk
apparently
for
I'm
far
going to.
more than it's worth.
I like to stay
What
like on this
passes
side of
for
the
a
law.
tavern in the Stitches. The Averno twins run a money lending and pawn operation out of it. Don't let them sweet talk you into any favors. They may seem harmless, but everything has a price with those two, and everyone pays.
Alright, what's the bowel? Tell me about the
The
bowels.
sewer beneath Mervale Keep. We'll be able to gather there without attracting any unwanted attention, and it'll become clear why once you arrive. Thoroughness is an uncommon virtue in the Stitches. Go on and ask.
Alright, so apparently we're going to gather up a crew. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. We're trying to keep it a little bit shorter. I did run into like hour-long episodes, so hit show more in the description below. Play along with us if you want to. It is a one-time fee to purchase ESO, and then if you want to, you can stay up on the chapters while you're waiting for TES 6 to come out. Great way to do that. They update objects, stuff in stories all the time, but whole chapters come out. So we got dragons, Skyrim is coming in. If you want to know Skyrim before it was Skyrim, they're bringing that over with Greymore. So we're really excited about that. That takes place in a couple days. But I'm trying to keep shorter sessions. I do game every day, so it doesn't bother me. I'll just cut this a little short for a couple more, and then we'll go back to the longer ones. So pick up some awesome coffee. Hit subscribe. Hit subscribe before you go do that. If you do stick around, if you're, like, if the struggle is real, we love you just for watching. So just stick with us. You can get through this. Hit like, comment. We'd love to talk to you. And we'll see you in the next video. See you in the next video. Stay cool. Much love.